One thing I really want to know is how you actually got into doing music videos with people. Like initially, like what prompted you to want to make videos with artists?
I used to make videos of me and my friends skating in my local skate park. My dad had like a lend of a camcorder from work one time, and I didn't think of it like as being a job, or I didn't know how to edit videos properly. And then over the next kind of couple of years, I got more and more into actually like editing videos and filming them. And then when I was 14, a rapper from Dublin called Daniel Dennehy messaged me on Facebook, not knowing I was 14, asked me to make a music video, and then I showed up on the day with my dad, dropped me in, and I was 14, and I was like, he was way taller than me, and I was like, I can do the video. And then we did it, and it went really well. And I've always been really into music as well, so it was like my ideal situation, and I could get paid for putting my two passions together. So I decided I'm going to keep doing this, and here we are, like 6 years later.
Have you ever kind of wanted to do short films as well, or?
I've done short films. Yeah, I did. I did a couple of short films. I actually won an award in Beijing Youth Film Festival for a short film I made about mental health a couple of years ago. I don't really like watching short films that much, so I'd never really feel inspired to make them. But I have done in the past. But I'd love to make like features and stuff in the future, maybe. So.
And what's the weirdest venue you've ever recorded in?
Weirdest venue? I don't think I've done any weird venues. Usually just normal concert venues. I'm trying to think. I must have done a live session or something in a weird place. I can't think of anything weird. I don't know. I don't think there's been any weird ones, unfortunately. I don't have any mad stories.
And what's the plans for the future?
Jesus, that's a big question. This is a question I've been asking myself a lot for the last couple of months, and to be honest, I don't really have an answer. I don't really know what my end goal is. There's loads of things that I really want to do. Like there's a documentary I want to make. I want to do more photography. I want to do more videos. I want to direct films. I want to start a clothing brand. I want to do everything. So I'm kind of just working out at the moment what I really want to do. I don't know what the end goal is, but I feel like I'm moving in the right direction anyway. So I'm just going to keep on doing what I'm doing and see where it takes me for the moment. Yeah.
And with technology moving at such a fast pace, do you have an interest in tech, or just kind of ignore it a bit?
Yeah, I like a little bit, like not as much as some people are. Like when new cameras and new camera technology comes out and stuff, like if it's something that really jumps out at me and I think I can utilize it, then I'll look into it. But like I think you can kind of, especially with cameras where there's new stuff coming out like every day, you can really get too into it and get bogged down with it and think like I need all of this new technology. You know what I mean? Some people have like gear addiction syndrome, and I just don't want to fall into that trap. I have the gear that I need that does the job that I needed to do, and so I don't. I try not to let that kind of waste too much time on that. Yeah.
And do you think the platforms like YouTube and stuff are going to stay the biggest players at the minute, or do you think maybe like Snapchat is going to change the game?
I think it's really interesting. Facebook are making massive shifts all the time towards YouTube to be a competitor, and Facebook just announced that they're launching an app for Apple TV and smart TVs, so that's going to be a big thing. I can see Facebook producing, like in the same way that Netflix produce original content, I think Facebook are going to start doing that as well. Apple TV just announced Planet of the Apps, their first TV show with Gary Vaynerchuk as a host, who was here today. So that's a huge thing. I think these kind of social media platforms are going to take over TV, and I think that's where it's going to be. So, but YouTube is one of the platforms that kind of, since it started, has kind of stayed relatively the same. Them and Twitter haven't made too many changes, whereas Facebook's constantly evolving, Instagram, Snapchat, all them. So I think YouTube is definitely losing a bit of its power, but it's obviously still a major player, so it'll be interesting to see where it goes over the next few years. But I think Snapchat and Instagram and Facebook are going to be big competitors and continue to be even bigger competitors over the next few years.
If you can name maybe 3 to 5 artists to look out for in the next year.
Number 1, Dermot Kennedy. Look him up. If there's any artist I recommend you listen to, Dermot Kennedy. He's playing a show in the Sugar Club, just announced today, on the the end of March. He's amazing. He had 3 songs on Spotify last year, and they all got put onto a Spotify playlist, and he was kind of relatively unknown before that, and in a couple of months he got 15 million streams, completely unsigned, no management, nothing, and he's genuinely one of the most talented people I've ever met in my life, and he's going to be huge. there's a band in the UK I'm really liking at the moment called the Amazons. They're a rock band. Who else? Wyvern Lingo are a trio of three girls from Bray. They're just recording their debut album at the moment. That's really exciting. I'm big fans of them. That's three. You said five. Two more. The Academic are doing really exciting things. They just recorded their album in Los Angeles. So that'll be cool. And yeah, I'll say those four. Yeah.
Okay.